Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you're having a good morning. It's relatively early here. It's about 8 in the morning. And I don't have class till a little later. So I figured I'd do a video. Why not? I haven't done one this early in the morning in a while. So mind the sound of my voice. It might be a little clogged up. Allergies in the morning like a lot of people. Um, I had a question a little while ago and I meant to answer it. I never did. I meant to do a video on it. And this is kind of what prompted it. I was just kind of popped in my head. Oh yeah, I get to, sometimes that happens with me. Shit goes away for a while and then comes back to the front. Somebody asked me why I don't do reviews anymore like I used to. And and in that simple question, there is a concoction of reasons. This is going to be a rambling video, so it's probably going to, like I used to do, so it's probably going to be a long video. I tend to ramble when I just go completely off cuff. And no, I don't have a script. It's just key points that I want to address. So if you see me looking down, that's why. I'm just making sure I addressed all the key points that I wanted to. So anyway, yeah, that in the answer, there's a lot of diversity in that answer. There's not one reason. And like I said, I wrote down some of the main reasons and I'm going to talk about them. So why did I stop reviewing like I did? First and foremost, there's too many reviewers out there. And better than me at it, of course. A lot of guys who take this very, very seriously and even as a job. That's not my style. And I tried to make it my style and it just felt forced. And at the end of the day, we were all just regurgitating the same thing. You know what I mean? You might come to somebody different because you like their personality. Maybe you think they're cute, whatever. But at the end of the day, we were all saying the same thing. Slightly different ways, but just the same thing. And stuff that just wasn't already said by everybody else but, So, I mean, yeah, being a reviewer of anything just kind of takes the joy out of it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it was just stuff already being said. And I just wasn't enjoying that. And reviews, the personal aspect. It's hard to do, it's hard to be personal and subjective when you're trying to be critical of something. You're trying to be critical of this, but you're trying to keep your personal feelings out of it. And that's not good. That's generally what a reviewer does, like I said. And I'm not trashing reviewers. I mean, they're great. If you like that kind of more technical mumbo jumbo and stuff, great. But for me, it was just, yeah, just wasn't right. Because you'd always go in looking for something to complain about instead of, you'd go in with a negative attitude almost. Like instead of going in thinking this is going to be great or I can't wait to try this, you'd put it on, and I just didn't enjoy wearing it. And simply because I was trying to find things that were wrong with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, instead of enjoying the things that were good about it, I'm focusing in on the negative of it. And some people can do that and still enjoy it. I couldn't. I just constantly smelling myself every little while, trying to find, do I smell this note? What note is that? And oh, that doesn't work with that. And instead of smelling, going, oh, that's pretty nice. I was always looking for the negative. And a lot of reviewers do that of anything, not just cologne, movies, books, television shows, video games, comic books, actually, whatever they do that, they go in looking for the negatives first and focus on the negatives. And that's not my personality in general, but it was really hard for me to do that. And then the time. I've always felt to give a real good personal review of something, you couldn't do it in one wearing, with a cologne anyway. It's not like a movie where you could watch it once and get it, you know, to me, you had to wear it 4 or 5 solid days, a good work week, basically, to get everything that you could get from it, and more importantly, get any reactions you could get from it from other people. Because despite what a lot of people say, I don't wear it for compliments. Yes, we do. Most of us do, myself included. I mean, do I wear certain things for me, just for me, and know they're not going to work with other people? Absolutely. But for the most part, I want to smell good, and I want people to think I smell good. That's what cologne is for. So, yeah, that just wearing something for a week, especially if I didn't like it, was just so hard. Even if I liked it, I've always been the guy that wanted to wear something else the next day, and I couldn't do that. And it got to a point, and some of you, my long-term viewers, might realize there was a point where I was maybe doing 1 or 2 videos a month because I was just, gross, tired of this, looking for bad stuff to talk about. And there was a point there where I almost just canceled the whole channel. And then I had the epiphany of basically, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't want to review anymore. I'll do a review every now and then, of course. But they're very few and far between now. Now these day with, and you can say day with, well, they're a review. They are at their basic core, definitely. But they're more about, if you watch them, more about what I smell and what I like and what I don't like. But I don't go in looking for that anymore. That's the difference, is I go in and like put this on and I go, all right, I'm going to wear, I don't know, Axe body spray today, you know, whereas before I'd be like, oh, I'm going to wear Axe body spray. I'm going to have to talk about this and the performance and the cheap notes and this and that. No, now it's like, you know, and then I let the fragrance tell me what to talk about. And I love that. I love being able to wear a different fragrance every day or every couple days. And, you know, because I used to go in, like I said, with such enthusiasm before I started reviewing, just to wear something. Even if I didn't like it, I still got that day with it. I was like, all right, you know, oh, I don't like that, but I'm going to wear it, you know, because, you know, I want to try it. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. That whole spew about not just time. It took too long to get a good review for me. Some guys can put it on and 3 hours later have a perfect review of it. Their noses are better. They've been doing it longer, whatever. I was not that type. For me to get an honest review out to people, I needed at least 4 or 5 good days to get every little thing that fragrance could do and can't do. And I was looking for most of the can'ts. And again, that's the problem with reviews, is negativity sells, you know, and I could get on here and be the most negative MFer on the planet and probably get 100 times the views that I get. But I'd be miserable. Ugh, I'm not going to do that. And again, with the reviews, guess what? Your average person doesn't care. Doesn't care what notes are in it. Doesn't care what perfumer made it. Doesn't even care generally the house that made it, the designer, whatever. They don't care. They, you know, most of you guys are smart to the business. You know, you understand the notes and everything. But your average person, they just don't care. And if they find this channel by accident, maybe they watched a couple commercials for a cologne, whatever, and they find this channel by accident, I want it to be more personable, more approachable, more laid back than a straight review. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what they're looking for. Because at the end of the day, they don't care that it contains Haitian vetiver, Madagascar vanilla, or Hawaiian coconut, etc., etc., etc. They don't care about that stuff. All they want to know, does it smell good? And most people do want to know if it performs. That's another big thing with your average person. They don't want to spend. Your average person spending $200 on a bottle of cologne is a lot of money, and it is. And they don't want to get something they're going to spray on, and a couple hours later it's gone, even if it smells great. Because, you know, it's like, no, it's a waste of money. They want something that's at least going to last most of their workday. So they do care about performance, but mostly care about that smell. What does it smell like? And again, that's a subjective thing, but I still try to be a little critical in it, but not to the point where I'm looking for bad things. So basically it boils down to doing the reviews just was not my style. I'm not a critical person. I'm not a negative person. I tend to look actually for positives more than negatives. I wasn't enjoying wearing fragrances. For the first time in 30 years, I wasn't enjoying wearing fragrances because I knew I had to wear something. And even if I hated it, I had to wear it for 4 or 5 days, unless I completely despised it. But for the most part, I had to wear it for 4 or 5 days. And then I had to be critical about it. Like I said, I had to go with the negatives. And you know, just wasn't my style, guys. So this isn't a video trashing people who review colognes. I mean, I like I said, my days with are still technically reviews at their core, but they're not technical reviews. They're not focusing in on notes. I might say a note or two of them. I usually do, actually, but I don't sit there and do what I used to do. This works with this, and you 3 hours and 10 minutes later, you lose the smell of this, and you pick up this note and that note, because people don't care. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I'm doing these days with the way I would care about wearing something. Does it smell good? Did it work all right and smell good? If it didn't, and I'll still try to find something positive about it, even if it didn't. It could be the price, could be a certain aspect of the fragrance, whatever. But for the most part, yeah, that's why I don't do them long, drawn out, boring reviews anymore. And I'm probably not going. Every now and then you might get a review from me. But it's going to be mostly, like I said, just these quick little 5-10 minute day with videos. Hey, this is what I like. This person complimented me. It smelled like oranges, you know. And I'm not going to give you like, smells like Madagascar vanilla mixed with Georgian peach and California oranges from the groves of the Everglade. And no, I'm not going to do that stuff anymore. No, that's not me. That's not my style. So just letting you know, to the fella that asked him, I think it was a fella, it might have been a girl. I can't remember now. But anyway, to the person that asked, the human being, why I don't do reviews anymore. That's pretty much, like I said, I could get way more deep into this, but I mean, it would be an hour-long video and nobody wants to hear my angelic voice for an hour this early in the morning or see this pretty face. So yeah, that's the basic. Basically boils down to I just was not enjoying wearing my fragrances, even the ones I liked, because I knew I had to wear them for a certain amount of time, and then I have to be negative, and I didn't want to be negative. And you have to if you're going to be a critic. Don't let any other critic tell you, oh no, I don't go in there. Every critic of any media, any product, they go in, the first thing they look for is the negatives. I've got to get the negatives. Then I can talk about the positives if there is any. And that's just wasn't my style. It was cramping my style, homie. Yeah, it was, like I said, it got so bad to the point I was thinking of just canceling this thing altogether. And yeah. So I said, guys, that's why you're probably not going to see much reviews, like technical, boring, scientific reviews, whatever you want to call them, from me. You're just going to get my dumb ass sitting there. Hey, I like this. Smells like strawberry and cream. You know, like, see you later. You know, person over there liked it too. Bye. You know, so if you're sitting there waiting for me to do another review, just don't hold your breath, guys. I'm not going to do that kind of reviews anymore. I'm having more fun. And there's still days, and you're not going to get a video from me every now and then, because there's still days I just don't want to be in front of the camera. So now I just want to wear something for me, for a change, and I'm going to be doing them. And you know, but for the most part, I tend to get out, 4 or 5 videos a week anyway. And we're going to keep it around that couple days here and there. I won't do a video, but it's not that I'm in trouble or anything or down in the dumps. It's just one of them days I didn't want to be in front of the camera and wanted to wear something just for me. So, all right, guys. I hope that explains it. And yeah. Tell me if you like these little 5-10 minute videos that I do better than the old reviews. I'm really interested. All right, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves. I mean it, guys. Be good to yourselves. The world is so rough. There's so many people judging. There's so many people being critical of you, looking for the negatives. You look for the negatives in yourself. No, look for them positives. Everybody's got something good about them. Everybody. And yeah, so be good to yourself, guys. Don't be so harsh. Don't be so judgmental on yourself. All right, guys. Peace, love. Be good to each other.